Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show. We have Pawpaw back with us today, and we're excited about that.
You're excited?
Yeah.
I got the heebie-jeebies.
And we are filming at this is a new business in town, and it's called Reboot, and of course you get coffee, cappuccinos, all kinds of coffee drinks. We'll show you the menu later, and you can see you get espressos, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate's just
You can
$1
get,
a cup.
and there's all kinds of flavors: French vanilla, caramel, salted caramel, vanilla,
French vanilla, chocolate,
Cool.
classic hazelnut, pumpkin spice, peppermint.
Oh,
brown
hazelnut! Yeah, that's my
I've
favorite.
got my billfold with me. I might buy a cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah, Allie likes her hot.
That's what I get, and it's really good.
It
I
is
get the
good.
hot chocolate with 2 pumps of peppermint. Peppermint hot chocolate.
And they have tea too. That's what I'm drinking.
Oh, I'm sure you drink tea.
Mm-hmm.
Tea.
But this is really nice. It's like a coffee shop you'd see in a big city. It's really nice in here.
This is the old Ferguson drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
Because that next door, where the drugstore is now, was the movie theater.
Where you worked?
No, this is where I worked.
Oh, in here.
This is where I work. My popcorn popper was right outside the door. I had to pop out in the weather, and people walking by could smell the popcorn popping,
Oh, that was smart.
and so people would buy a bag of popcorn
Yeah.
all day on Saturday.
It's easy to sell popcorn, isn't it?
All day on Saturday. Then at night, just for the people who went to the movie.
Yeah.
But each morning, I had to come up here and grind ice for the Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
Clean all the glasses and get them ready for the business. I did that every morning before I went to school for 4 years.
So this being in here is bringing back a lot of memories for you, huh?
Right about here is where we made our milkshakes and banana splits. We had a soda fountain right here. Right about here.
Well, that's good that it's turned back into something similar to that. So
Ferguson Drugstore.
right.
Mr.
Well, now
Leland Ferguson.
Okay. Well, now it's Reboot, and you guys need to come check it out. It's really cozy in here. Good atmosphere. Friendly folks working here, so definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah.
And let's see, Papa, we will thank our sponsors. Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the Loom, the Farm Bureau Insurance, the offices of Emma Boynton, Michael Walker, and Lisa Wheeler, and Stars. And now that you're back, we'll be ready to film that episode at Stars
I
now.
can walk in there too, can't I?
You can. So stay tuned for that, folks. Well, it is trivia time. Boy, have I missed this. Kind of, sort of.
I'm sure you're looking forward to this. I now happen to look at the first one and you will be mad at me.
Of course.
But now, just put on your thinking cap.
I'll be hollering Lifeline probably then if it's going to be like that.
A kind of tissue, but this kind really hurts when you got it.
Lifeline.
Blank tissue that hurt when
Tissue
you first
that
got it.
hurts.
Inflammatory?
Okay, it has to do with a part of the body. Blank tissue has to do with the body that
Muscle
hurts.
tissue.
Okay, you're on the right track.
Shoot, I thought we were talking about tissue like you wipe your nose with or
No,
something.
I said body.
Oh, I missed
Gave
the
you that
body
clue?
part. Oh.
It has to do with your body.
Oh, God.
What kind of tissue hurts? What do you
I
call it?
thought what I said. It hurts. I pulled a muscle in my back, remember? So it hurts. It's hurting right now.
This might be after surgery.
Oh, scar tissue?
Scar
Oh,
tissue.
thank God.
Scar.
I would have never
tissue.
thought of it.
It's hard, but I gave you a lot of clues. You better get this one. World's champion crumb C-R-U-M-B, crumb toter.
What?
The world's champion toting crumbs.
What's the question?
I don't get that.
What is a crumb?
A crumb is food that falls on the floor.
Okay, what would be the world champion toter? that would carry that crumb?
A mouse, a cat, a dog, a baby,
An ant.
an ant,
An ant.
An ant.
An ant.
an ant.
Crumbs from the table, comes from the picnic table. An ant.
He's had too much time, folks.
Tiny
I'm not gonna get
tabby.
any of these.
Tiny tabby. What's a tabby?
I don't know what's that.
You know what a tabby is?
I do not
Oh,
know.
a cat. It's a cat.
Tabby's a cat. What's a tiny cat called?
A kitten.
A kitten.
Kitten. Thank you. Number 4. If you are very unattractive, you're
You're ugly.
ugly. I didn't have you in mind. Whatever. If you are practicing boxing, what are you doing? Practicing.
You're practicing boxing.
Okay, but there's
Sparring.
Sparring. Thank you. You did know that.
Yeah.
You did know that. But you said you're practicing.
Well, I had to think of it.
It's sparring.
Golly.
Okay, now this you probably this character is still very prominent. Fictional female reporter for the Daily Planet, and she's Superman's
Oh,
girlfriend,
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane.
Now that's
so
more like it.
easy. That was too easy, wasn't it?
Papa, I had to use my lifeline the first 3 questions, and you're saying it's easy.
Baker's dough riser. What's a baker
Lifeline.
put in their dough to make it
Is that
rise?
it? Yeast? Yeast?
Yeast. Yeast. That's easy. Dr. Jekyll's alter
Mr.
ego.
Hyde.
Mr. Hyde. I've gone too easy.
No, you haven't. No,
The
you
wet-
haven't.
The wet wooded region of the world is called
The
a
wetlands? The rainforest?
rainforest. Thank you.
Probably, is there such thing as the wetlands?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But they're not wooded.
Okay.
Wetlands are not wooded. Snow glider. I'll accept 2 words.
Skiing, snowmobile?
Skiing and sled. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's good. A ballerina dances on them.
Lifeline. I don't know
Toes.
nothing about
Ballerina,
Toes.
her toes.
that. Oh, okay.
She's
She
on
dances
point.
on her toes.
Oh. I don't know anything
I
about
think she
that.
walks on her toes too. Okay. An octet count. How many legs on? If you use
8.
the word 8. How'd you know that?
Yeah, I don't know. Octopus. I was thinking of an octopus.
Octopus has okay. Spider has 8 legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cassius Clay's other name. Cassius Clay's his real name. What's his
Lifeline.
other name that he took later in life? Cassius Clay. He took another name when he converted to another religion.
Oh, is that Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
You didn't even know his real name, did you?
No, I didn't.
You thought Muhammad Ali was his real name,
I guess I did.
but his name
But
was
he got converted to, I guess, what, Muslim?
Islam. Or Muslim, I don't know. Anyway, that boy. Let me tell you, you turned it around, and I gave you a passing grade.
Well, thank goodness, man alive.
Okay, are you ready for sport? Well, I think you did well.
Sports, yeah. Let's hear about some sports.
How about
It's
those-
actually all good right now for Tennessee. When's the last time we've said that?
Well, now,
Years.
are you talking about football?
Well, I mean, it's better.
Five is
It's better.
okay.
They're on a winning
Well, let's
streak.
talk about football. I mean basketball first.
Well,
It's got to be better at basketball.
they're both off to a great start. The Vols and the Lady Vols.
Neither one lost a game.
No, the Lady Vols actually look like they are actually coached this year. They're not just running around like,
Like a chicken with his head
that's
cut
what
off.
that's what they done under Holly Warlick. She had no clue, but they actually look coached and disciplined.
I have a question. Do you know where Holly Warlick is?
Don't know, don't care.
I didn't ask 2 questions. I just asked 1.
I don't have any idea. Do you know?
No, I was just wondering.
Oh.
Today it came to me, I wonder where she is. If she was coach of the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Did you really think somebody would hire her after that disaster?
You got to tell me. I mean, you got to agree with me. That's a big program.
Yeah, she run it in the
If you're
ground.
the head coach, you ought to be able to get a job at Lee Station or somewhere.
That's where she should have started out. That's where they made the mistake. They should never have hired her in the first place as head coach.
Don't you think it was normal procedure
No.
to hire the assistant coach?
Not when they've never, ever been a head coach. You don't give a first-time coach a job at the winningest program in history. That's crazy.
What about Jeremy Pruitt?
The same thing. I'm on the fence about him too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll retract that question.
Yeah.
I won't say what about Jeremy Pruitt? Okay, we went to a neutral court. We didn't play on a friendly hardwood surface, but we played Washington. They were ranked number 20 in the country. We were not ranked.
We weren't ranked at the time.
And so we won 75-62.
Yes.
And that got us off started in the right direction.
It did. Now we are ranked.
Well, the scoring was balanced. I think that's what made the highlight reels.
Mm-hmm.
Every man made a contribution.
Yeah, you like to see that.
Let's see, Jordan got 18.
Yeah.
And Pons got 15. Fulkerson got 14.
Glad to see him step up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Turner got 16. So that's balanced scoring.
Yeah. That'll probably be your main four right there consistently, I would say.
According to an article in the paper today, James is supposed to be more of a scoring punch.
He's just a freshman. We'll have to give him a little time. He's a 5-star recruit.
The rub and the disappointment to me was the article today in the paper said that unless he changes his style of play to fit their expectation level of him, his playing time is going to go down. Well, if your playing time goes down because the coaching staff is saying you're not contributing for your time we're giving you on the court, so we're going to let somebody else try that. And so that's bad.
I think hopefully it'll motivate him.
Well, it had to, of course, you show it in practice.
Yeah.
If you can get their attention in practice, they'll reward you with time on the court.
Yeah, usually that's usually just the way it goes. Yeah.
But outside the basketball hardwood, you get on the old.
Well, we got to talk the lady balls a little bit now. They got
I got to go to another page to do that.
Well, we're on basketball.
All right. My goodness.
They had a big win at Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame was ranked number 15 or 16. I don't remember which.
And Lady Vols weren't ranked at the time.
No, they were not. But now they're 5-0.
Now they're 5-0, off to a good start under Kelly Jolly Harper.
And then they played Stetson.
Yeah, destroyed them. Destroyed Tennessee State.
73-48. And Davis is going to be the go-to guy.
Definitely, she's good.
Go-to girl.
Yeah, she's good. But the freshman Horston is going to be good too.
They're going to need her scoring. They're going to need her scoring.
Well, she was a number 2 recruit out of high school, and some had her as number 1, so she should be good.
She should be.
Of course, she's like I said with James, though, same thing. She's a freshman, so you never know.
But 10 points will pull her corner of the pack. If she's got to tote her corner of the pack, she's going to have to give us more than 10 points a game.
Oh yeah.
So right now they're searching. They're searching for that scoring punch because 75 points in the SEC won't win all the games when you get against extreme competition.
Right.
We've been fortunate to go 5-0. We shot out to 5-0.
I think a lot of it's been the defense. They've been better on defense this year.
That's the key.
There's another freshman on there. Last name's Key. I think she's 6'5", and she had 8 blocks in one of their games. Might have been the Notre Dame game. They got a lot of height this year, a lot of size.
Well, that will help you in playing defense because they've got to throw the ball over you, they've got to shoot over you, and they've got to pass it. Yeah. that'll help us. And
Nice to see them with size again. You know, when Pat Summit coached them, they were always, you know, big girls inside, and they'd dominate the boards, the rebounding.
Well, I think that was one thing that's part of her expertise.
Mm-hmm.
She knew the type players she went to scout.
Yeah.
And her scouts scouted.
Yes.
She knew what she had in mind and what they would fit their plan.
Yeah.
And so that was a big part of her success.
Oh, yeah.
Defense.
It's nice to kind of see them go back to that and use the size to their advantage, because they dominated boards in every game.
Well, the thing about it is, most players that develop their own talents,
Mm-hmm.
they do it scoring.
Yeah.
If you play sandlot basketball,
Oh, you care about scoring.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's not in you to be a good defensive player because you spend all your time producing your skills and scoring.
Yep.
So when you get and try to fit into the framework of what they want you to do, it goes against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you kick against the pricks and you don't want to.
Yeah.
You want to show what you can do.
That's true.
So if a person is mature enough to understand, if I fit the plan, then they'll fit the plan to fit me.
That's right.
And I'll get my playing time. I may have to be doing it on the defensive end of the court, but I want to be on the court.
That's right. That's right.
So that'll help them.
Yeah.
And I think the men's part of the basketball program, they're going to have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're scoring 75 points, won't win against SEC competition.
Not all of it.
You're going to have to give enough hardwood time to put about 85 points on the scoreboard in the SEC to be competitive.
Yeah.
That's just being competitive. If you score 85 and they score 86, you're beat. Brilliant. Aren't you proud of me?
Well, now let's talk about
All right,
football.
Well, Tennessee.
And yes, it has been a disaster of a year, but I was just saying that at least they've turned it around a little bit.
Recently.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
We didn't win. We didn't lose last Saturday.
No, we sure didn't, did we? Didn't win either.
No. But let me tell you, last Saturday, Tennessee football fans were treated to some excellent play. Alabama is I know they're ranked number 5, but Alabama had one of the 2 top quarterbacks in the country.
And he went down.
Two Mississippi State players took him down with legitimate tackles.
Mm-hmm.
This armchair quarterback sitting right here,
Mm-hmm.
I would have foregone the next few plays in his career. I would have sat him down. They already had 30 points.
There was no point in getting
And I
out
didn't
there.
see why you want to risk the few plays before the half, and yet they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I question Saban here, but I think Saban was listening to Tua.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tua said, well, I want a few more plays because I know you're going to start
Probably.
somebody else's second half.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying I can understand both of their viewpoints.
Yeah.
But those 2 men that tackled him put him out of the game. But I've read that he's out for the season
He
and
is.
maybe for his career.
Oh, I didn't know that. And I don't
read
want that. I don't like Alabama, but I don't want that for anybody.
But now they've got it made this week. They played West Carolina, and that'll be win number 11.
Well, when they get tested, it's going to be their Auburn game.
That'll be it.
Mm-hmm. Auburn has now a much better chance to pull off an upset, obviously.
Well, was it Auburn that played last week? And
They lost to Georgia, but it was
one
close.
touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia beat them by 1 touchdown.
And Auburn played LSU really close too. And, LSU beat Alabama when Alabama was at full strength. So,
Okay, but they just beat them 6 points, didn't they?
well, yeah,
5 or 6
but they beat them.
Well, you've got the Hows in the SEC.
Nobody's going to stomp Alabama, Papa.
No, but you got the Hows.
Mm-hmm.
LSU, Georgia,
Alabama.
That's 3 of the top 5 teams are out of the SEC. That's bragging rights.
Definitely.
But you're only going to go with the top 4 in the 4 top players of teams in the country. and Alabama has dropped out. Clemson and Ohio State's included in there, along with LSU and Georgia.
Clemson should be. I mean, they're the defending champs, and they've not lost. They can't really help it that their conference is no good this year.
But in the SEC, you've got LSU. They're in the halves. Alabama,
they are the half right now. They're it.
Alabama's 9-1. Georgia's 9-1. Florida's 9-2. Let's see. To get bowl eligible, we've got Tennessee at 5-5. You've got Missouri at 5-5. You got Kentucky at 5-5. They just need one more. Mississippi State just needs 2, I think, and the rest of them are just getting by with the skin of the teeth. But Tennessee's got to win one of these next 2.
Yeah, and they should. It's Missouri and Vanderbilt, so I mean, there's really no excuse for them not to win. I'm not saying they're going to win. Missouri.
But should they? 7-5, along with a win in the bowl, will give them an 8-5 record, and that'll keep Jeremy Pruitt on a friendly basis with Phil Fulmer.
It'll save his job more than likely, yeah.
Well, I don't think you got to win the bowl game, really. But if he can, if he's what 3-3 in the SEC right now, if he can come up with 2 more wins in the SEC, that's fine.
That'd look a lot better on his resume.
Because you're going to play 8 every year, and you better win more than 4 of them. Because if you're 4-4, you're not doing it too good.
No, they won't accept being mediocre each season. Like eventually, he's going to have to start winning consistently.
Yeah. Well, that's sports.
All right.
I don't have much to say about it. Well, UTC won last week. I remember that.
Okay.
And Bledsoe got put out.
Oh yeah, I want to congratulate the Bledsoe County Warriors for making the second round of the playoffs. They did win their first round game, and then
finished up 8-4.
Yeah, they lost to Watertown last week, but respectable game. And so congratulations, guys. You guys had a great season, and we're all proud of you.
That is something to be proud of. I'm ready they could toot your horn.
I think they should, yeah. Well, coming up after the break, folks, it's Albertology, so stay tuned.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show. We are here at the Reboot PC Restoration, Consultation, and E-Cafe. And this is a cool little place. I like it. It's cozy, comfortable, and that's what you want when you go out somewhere like that.
There's not another one like it in Pikeville.
No, very unique here. Absolutely. That's why I like it. Now, folks, come by and see them. They're right here on Main Street. They're actually our neighbor at WUAT. They're right next to Stevens Pharmacy and us, right here on Main Street, across from the courthouse. Their number is 447-3143. So give them a call and come by and check it out. Really cool place.
Have a cup of hot chocolate.
And I've got a cappuccino right now. I got a caramel cappuccino and I like it. It's good. And people like Constance Willingham may walk in, you can talk to her.
Do you know
she thought she was going to get by and not have us.
Do you know Constance?
I know Constance well.
Have you received her an autograph?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. She never has given me her autograph.
Well, Papa, what is up with Albertology today?
Albertology. This morning, I picked up the newspaper. And yesterday in Dallas, Texas, the first Marvel comic book was auctioned off for $1.26 million.
That's insane.
And the characters were Kazam.
Don't know him.
Angel.
No.
But now you would know the Submariner.
I'm going to have to say no.
Really? I thought sure you'd know that one.
They must be really old or something.
And the Human Torch.
Now, I've heard of that.
Okay, now that was the first one.
Oh, well, I don't know, but
some of those characters have kind of changed over the years. But can you imagine one being around from the 1930s and selling for $1.26 million. And the guy that bought it said, "I don't want anybody to know my name."
Oh, really?
I'll stay anonymous.
He ain't planning on selling it then, apparently.
It has changed hands a few times over the years. But you're talking about 61 and 19. That's 80 years.
I mean, yeah, that's obviously somebody very wealthy bought it, but they could turn around and sell it and raise the price up a little bit, and they're not out any money.
But the big time collectors, you've got more than one. So that one can say now to the next collector, "Look what I've got."
That's true. That's a good point, Papa.
But anyway, Albertology today, I want to talk about daylight saving time.
Daylight savings time, which we just went through that recently.
Started November the 3rd. But now you said...
We're in the fall back part. And then in the spring, we spring forward.
But you said it the way that most people say it. Daylight savings time?
Oh yeah, it's saving time.
It's just saving time.
We had this talk at your house. I remember now.
Okay. On November the 3rd, daylight saving time, that extra hour of sleep came upon us with the arrival of sunset 1 hour earlier. Now, this is an article that goes back in time to help us understand how we got to be where we are today.
Right.
So, the first article has to do with a man by the name of George Hudson.
Okay.
George Hudson was a New Zealand entomologist. He loved to collect bugs. He collected bugs.
Oh, we talked about that part too. Okay.
He hit upon the idea of saving some daylight time when he got off from work for his pastime, collecting bugs, hunting bugs.
I know, that's kind of crazy that he's the one that wanted to do this.
Okay. He wanted to create a 2-hour stretch of change of time. 2 hours. So
apparently they compromised.
he contacted this was an article that was in the National Geographic magazine that proved that he was the first one. Okay. Then he went to the Wellington Philosophical Society with his idea, but he didn't get too far with it. Then another man by the name of William Willett from Britain, he suggested a similar concept in 1905. The other was in 1895.
Okay.
Now we've got to 1905.
When did they decide to do it?
Okay, in 1909, the British Parliament took it up, but they did not do anything officially until the United Kingdom adopted it in 1916.
Okay.
Germany was the first country to observe daylight saving time in 1916 on April the 30th.
So I guess we can say it officially started in 1916.
1916, Germany came up with the idea of conserving electricity. It had nothing to do with bug hunting, which the guy that came up with the concept to begin with wanted, but it was to save electricity.
Okay.
So we have 2 states today that have chosen not to embrace it, Arizona and Hawaii. They just discard it from their thinking. It's not there.
Right.
Now, at present, we have 8 states that are considering it as being adopted permanently, not changing back.
Okay.
In the spring.
Yes.
Just keep daylight saving time all the time.
Where it is.
Okay, those states are. There's all of them's in the South except 3. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Tennessee.
Okay.
And you've got 3 that are not in the South, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington.
Okay.
But that many states have decided they would like for it just to stay where it is now.
And I can see why. It takes a little bit to get used to it every time it happens.
Well, that's the thing about it. It's jerking you one way and then jerking the other way.
And you
so
have to
you've got
adjust
to adopt to it at two times in a year.
Yeah, I can see why they don't want to do it. It's a little
But
annoying.
Germany had the idea there, said it'll save electricity. You know.
I did not think of that.
No.
Did Bugman ever get credit for it?
No. But you know what? Germany has some smart thinkers.
Yeah, yeah.
They had, of course, Hitler wasn't one of them.
No, he was just evil.
All right. There are some, I watched The Grinch that almost stole Christmas on television this week.
Oh, really? Already?
Paula made me watch it.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, there are 9 Christmas movies going back into the 40s that came out in the Parade magazine a couple of weeks ago, and I clipped that out. And these are some of the all-time favorites.
Okay.
Classics.
I played some Christmas music today on the radio. It was
really?
the first time, yeah.
That's your first time. Today's November the 22nd.
Yeah.
So you've got just roughly for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I played Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly.
Hard Candy Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, that was, I guess that was one of the first kinds of candy I can remember eating.
Well, that's good.
Okay, in 1946, It's a Wonderful Life came out.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a big one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, James Stewart.
Yeah.
He gave the best performance, I guess, of his career, and he had a guardian angel. And do you know the Bible says in Matthew 18:10 that we all have a guardian angel?
Yeah, I believe that.
Matthew 18:10.
Mm-hmm.
But in this film, that's part of the theme. He has a guardian angel, and according to the American Film Institute, this film, made in 1946, is the most inspiring movie of all time. Most inspiring movie of all time.
Really?
And I remembered I was 11.
Young,
I was 11 years old.
Well, it's timeless though. It comes on every year, so everybody's, most people have saw it.
Miracle on 34th Street was in 1947.
Mm-hmm.
It won 3 Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Edmund Gwynn was a department store Santa Claus who claimed to be the real thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway, that was in
47.
47, and they've remade it since then. A Christmas Story, that is the one that's based on Gene Shepard's writing about the boy that wanted the
Ralphie.
Red Ryder. Yeah,
Ralphie.
He wanted the Red Ryder BB gun, you know.
Well, tell us one more, and then we'll get to some jokes.
We can't go to jokes.
Oh,
Well, if somebody tells me, we will.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
Well, you can mention them real quickly.
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's a classic.
National Lampoon's Christmas. I've seen that.
That's
Chevy
just
Chase.
downright funny. I love it.
A Christmas Carol. Scrooge.
Oh, you
Tiny
have
Tim,
to mention that because that's your favorite.
White Christmas. Bing Crosby.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. And then Elf.
That is Mom's favorite.
I like it.
And I think it's funny too. That's one of my favorites. Christmas in Connecticut.
I didn't know about that. I didn't see
Meet
those.
Me in.
I didn't see those.
Well, if we're going to do this, let's do it right.
Well,
we just have a few more.
I just had 9 that I had selected because the rest of them I never did see.
Yeah. Well, at least I've heard of Christmas in Connecticut. I've never heard of Meet Me in St. Louis.
I have. I'm a little older than you.
Oh yeah, that's 1944.
No, I'm not a little older than you. I'm a lot older.
The Shop Around the Corner. Never heard of that one.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Well, those all should be included on that actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you're ready for some jokes.
We ready for some jokes? Okay.
Jokes. Okay. A pessimist says things just couldn't get any worse. An optimist says, "Oh yes, they can."
Well.
Are you a pessimist?
Cheesy but good.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
Which one are you?
Is the glass half full or half empty?
I don't know. You tell me.
Half full.
Okay, then you're an optimist.
Okay. I'm glad I got an official opinion there. Scientists have developed how women keep their secrets.
How's that?
They only tell them to 40 other women.
Yeah. Well, that's the truth.
When I found out that Patricia knew so many things about me, I confronted her. I said, "Patricia, "You should not know this.
Right.
How did you know it?" She said, "Well, Albert, girls like to talk." Well, Carolyn told her things about me?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, she did.
She did. I thought that a guy is commiserating to his buddy, and he says, "My girlfriend thought that I was rude for yawning the other day when she was talking." I wasn't yawning because she was talking. I was just opening my mouth to try to get in the word. Now that's
a good one.
Bless
That's a
his
real
heart.
good one.
Bless his heart.
Poor guy.
Okay, Tom asked Ed, "What are your plans for the weekend?" Ed said, "I'm going to buy glasses." And Tom said,
big
"Well,
weekend.
then what?" Then he says, "Then I'll see." we'll wait and
That's
see.
pretty clever. I like it.
Before going into surgery, Guy thought it would be funny if he posted a note on himself telling the surgeon to be careful. So after the surgery, Guy woke up and he found a note from the surgeon on his chest. And the note said, "Anyone know where my cell phone is?" That's not what you want to hear your surgeon say.
No. I'll be getting up out of there.
I believe I'd be running for the exit.
Yeah, but by the time they said it, they probably had you so sedated you couldn't go nowhere.
My wife accused me of being immature.
Oh,
I told her to get out of my fort.
that's pretty good.
Now that's not me.
Right.
Little Johnny asked his father, "Where does the wind come from?" His dad said, "I don't know." "Why do dogs bark?" The daddy said, "I don't know." "Why is the earth round?" The father said, "I don't know." Johnny says, "Does it bother you that I ask so many questions?" The dad says, "Of course not. Otherwise you'll not know anything."
And the dad don't know nothing, apparently.
I don't know.
You got a few more?
How many more?
4.
Father knows best. The son says, "Dad, I have an imaginary girlfriend." The dad says, "You know you could do better, right?" The son says, "Well, thanks, Dad. That means a lot." The dad says, "I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to your girlfriend."
Well, that's cold. That's cold.
Bless his heart.
Poor
that
guy.
boy needs a new dad.
He does.
A man came in late for work one day for the second time that week.
Uh-oh.
His boss called him into her office and said, "What's your excuse this time?" He shrugged and said, "My clock didn't go off and I overslept." She
Which
replied,
is pretty normal excuse, yeah.
"You could at least tell me something I haven't heard before." "Okay, you're looking lovely today." Now that's cold and cruel.
That's just wrong.
To say these
He
boss,
probably got fired for that one.
I wouldn't blame her either, would you?
No, but it is funny.
How much do Chinese dumplings weigh?
I have no idea.
1 ton.
Oh, shoot. Well, you should have known that one, Allie. I never think of those in time.
It's a 5-minute walk from my house to the pub. It's a 35-minute walk back. The difference is staggering.
That's true. Yeah,
What
that's
is
a good
blue and smells like red paint?
What is blue and smells like red paint? Blue and smells like red paint. God, And I'm not.
Blue paint.
Dang it! I hate it when I don't know. Well, tell us one more, Papa.
I'm sorry, and I apologize. Generally mean the same thing, except at funerals.
Oh. Well, that's true.
You don't go up to a guy's funeral and say, I'm sorry, I apologize. Wouldn't do much good. But
And I'll quickly say a little bit about your Arnold Schwarzenegger news. He's reprising his role in the Terminator.
I didn't bring it up.
Well, I was, since you talked about it to me, I was just saying, because it's coming out soon.
That came out November the 3rd.
Okay, so.
Or 1st, November the 1st.
He's reprising his role 35 years later.
The thing about it is, no person has ever come here with an accent like he had and stepped into a starring role in a man's role.
Right, and then end up being governor.
Well, yeah, but they also got him for Commando and Predator, and he was signed up for so many other movies.
Well, yeah, he's a huge
and now
movie
here
star.
he is 35 years later.
And he's going back to the Terminator.
Terminator, what is the name of this movie?
Dark something.
Dark Fate or something.
Yeah, that's
but anyway, he is on the President's Council for wanting kids in school to be fit.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
He's big into bodybuilding.
Oh yeah, that's how he got started.
Well, he was into bodybuilding to begin with, of course.
Yeah, that's how he got discovered.
That's why he didn't get the role.
Yeah, that's how he got discovered.
But then he, like I say, he became governor, and he married Shriver, and stayed married her 25 years.
Yeah, she was a
That
Kennedy.
got him rubbing shoulders with the Kennedy
With the Kennedys, yeah. And then he turned out to be a Republican.
Is that what he is?
Yeah, is that not kind of crazy there? But anyway, we've had a good time here at the Reboot Restoration Consultation at E-Cafe. Got it right.
Consultation.
Consultation.
That sounds neat.
An E-Cafe, and it's definitely got the cafe vibe, the coffee shop vibe.
Yeah.
You guys need to come check it out. I like it.
People don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, you don't realize, you might, but Allie wouldn't. Right next door where this vacant lot is, part of that was the old coffee shop.
Oh, I've heard
That's where
about it,
everybody
and I
met.
saw pictures.
That's where everybody met. They had booths, and the guy that ran it was, and he and his whole family was from South Pittsburgh.
Oh.
And they were sweet people. Sweet.
I've heard about the coffee shop. So now we have another coffee shop. So I like it. So you guys will have to come by and check it out. And once again, we're glad you're back, Pawpaw. We're glad to be back.
I'm glad you held my job open for me.
Well, he's on the mend. He's on the mend. So we are back, and we'll be back next week. So be sure to tune in for the next edition as well. But thanks for watching this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bye-bye, folks.